Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marutatunya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Vadishtam Vadatmajam Vadarayutamukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktyatma Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Madarayanam Sutrabhashyardau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Om Namah Pranavathaya Shuddha Jnanekamuktaya Dharmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamuktaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Ilam Bhujasyamalakோமலங்கம் Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamsanatham Mukam Karoti Vachalam Angam Lingayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Yesterday we have seen two verses. The third verse we are on, but we are not completed. So can we chant? We have 18 Puranas and 18 Upa-Puranas also. So we have a rich literature in our culture. So 18 Puranas, 6 of them belonging to Brahmaji, 6 of them belonging to Vishnu, 6 of them belonging to Lord Shiva. So Shivaji has got children, others don't have children. So in all of them, when you read it, when you read Shiva Puranam, Shiva is depicted as absolute Brahman, Nirguna Brahman. And then you, from that standpoint, if you look at it, Vishnu number 2, Brahmaji number 3. So you don't get offended because you have to understand this. Then otherwise when you read Shiva Purana, and later on the story will come at that time, Vishnu Bhaktas will get really offended. So that is why I'm making my ground, proper. And when you read Vishnu Purana, Vishnu Bhagavan is Supreme Brahman. And Lord Shiva became number 2, number 3 Brahmaji. Now you read Brahma Puranam. Brahmaji is Brahman. Then Vishnu, Shiva became number 2, number 3. Now if you read Devi Puranam, Devi is depicted as Brahman, absolute Brahman. And you can see Lord Shiva himself is lying down under her. So that is surprising. Sometimes you feel miserable also looking at the picture. How can my Bhagavan be sitting on her, she sitting on him and all that? But the idea is absolute Brahman is one and all other names and forms are nothing but he himself. This is the idea of that writer who is Vyasa himself. And Vyasa Bhagavan was none other than Bhagavan Vishnu's avatara. So therefore it is called Jnana Avatara. Avatara also different avataras are there. Jnana Avatara, Avesha Avatara, Amsha Avatara, Purna Avatara and Nitya Avatara. All these different avatars are there. So different in Bhagavatam there are 24 avatars. But generally we talk about Dashavatara. Dashavatara is good for dance and music, So they can do that. But generally it is 24 avatars given in Bhagavatam. So in this Maduspita Vachaha Paramavrutam Dharmitavataha. Maduspita, O Brahman, Maduspita means sweet, Paramam, supreme, Amrudam, nectar. Vachaha, the words, the Vedas. Vedas, when you look at it, especially the Karmakanda portion, it is very sweet. Why it is sweet? Because it addresses your problems. Because most of us, we are 98%, we are all materialistic people. So today morning I was telling you, we are materialistic spiritual people. We are spiritual, but materialistic. So materialistic religious people. Why? Because the Vedas talk about, because all of us, we have so many desires in our life. So, it is not that even sannyasis got desire, okay, don't, we are not excluding ourselves. We have, our desire type is different. We have an ashram, so that everybody come and listen to the Vedantic teaching. This will be our, but still a desire, isn't it? So, suppose I sit under a tree and nobody will come. Because then this is already, if I sit under a tree, then mosquitoes will be there, that will be there, problem. Our attention will be diverted, we cannot listen to you properly, they will say. But all facilities are there, air conditioned atmosphere and comforts are given, then you say, it is like, Brahmaloka it is said, Brahmaji gives discourses, there the perks are beautiful, the atmosphere is beautiful, you don't have to worry about food and you don't have to worry about your children. Nothing is there, so you can pay attention to the talk. So this is how this is given. So this, what do you call it, Karmakanda, whatever desire we have, they have solution. So, Putra Kamo Ejeda, and Vitta Kamo Ejeda, Surga Kamo Ejeda. So, whatever be your desire, the Vedas come down to our level. It is not condemned. So our scriptures never condemn that your pursuit of dharma, artha, kama, it is not condemned. It is that you say, only thing they say that you should pursue your path or go after your desire only through dharmic means. That is all it is said. So, this, the Karmakanda portion is very sweet. That is why it is said, because it is sweet, because you are looking for something to achieve, and at that time you don't know what to do. That time the Vedas come and tell you, hey, perform this particular yajna, perform this particular puja, and you will gain your end. So, this is naturally sweet. That's why it is said, Putpadanda said, Madhuspītam vācam. Vacha means the Vedas, Nirmitavataha. And the author of is what? Author of this Veda is what? Bhagavan himself, Tavaha. You are the one who has created this Vedas. Since why? Because Bhagavan knew our limitations. He is not straight away giving you Vedanta. He is giving you this. First you have to fulfill to some extent your desires. Only then your mind is calm and quiet, and you will have that frame of mind to listen to Vedanta. That is why a youngster you ask, come and listen to Vedanta, and not now. Why? He has to fulfill a lot of desires. So many things. He made a list also. These are the things I had to achieve. So when you came, migrated to America first time, you made a list here, isn't it? So I want a house, my own house. Then my own car, and my own, permanent job, which is not possible in America, but then we want a permanent job. So these are the things we thought. So some of you and a few million in the bank also invested safely. That is also another, there is another business for that. People are there to advise you how to manage your wealth, etc. That is also there. So you seek them. When you have wealth only, you seek them. Otherwise, you don't seek them. And invest properly. And then, when everything is settled to some extent, mind is settled, then you think about religion, think about philosophy, think about Vedanta, etc. What is next? So, this is understood by our Bhagavan. Bhagavan understands our limitation. Therefore, he has given this method how to fulfill your desires. So, this is Vedic method. So, the Vedic method, if you use it, you can fulfill all your desires. That is why it is voluminous. Because Karmakanda is voluminous. So, that Pusudanda says, O Brahman, Madhuspīta Paramam Supreme Amritam Nectar Vachaha, the Vedas, Nirmitavadaha, the author is what? Tava, you are the author. Suraguroho of Brihaspati, the teacher of God, Api, even walk words of praise. Kim Vismayapadam, object of wonder. Such a person, that Lord, even Brihaspati's words of praise fall short of your glory. Vismayapadam means not a wonder, that even his praise is not considered appropriate. Puramadhana Tripura tu Bhavataha. So you are the destroyer of Tripura. Now the Tripura story will come later. At that time I will explain to you. Bhagavan is considered Tripurari. Now the significance of this meaning is three Puras means three cities. Three cities are our body, mind, intellect. Now who is the Asura traveling in these three cities? Our ego, Ahankara. And one who destroys this Ahankara is Bhagavan Shivji. That is why in Tattvaboda also you must have heard, studied. So, Manaso Devata Chandrama, Buddhit Devata Brahmaji. And ahankarasya devata Rudra. So, if you want to destroy your ego, you have to please Bhagavan Shivaji. This is the idea here. So, that you are the Murari, is the one who destroys, that one who is reveling in three cities. That is ego. Guna kathana punyena mama etam vanim. Now, why I am praising you, why I am insisting that I want to write these verses in praise of you. Guna kathana punyena. Through the merit from praising thy glories. Guna kathana punyena. So, punyam that I gave by praising your glories. Mama etam vanim. What is the benefit? My vani becomes suddhi, pure. So vani suddhi ke liye. So that's why I was telling you yesterday that this walk is the main problem. Everybody, that's why in Gita 17th chapter also, Bhagavan talk about three levels of tapas. One is Shariram tapas, another is Vak tapas, third one is Manasam tapas. So Vak tapas is Anudvekakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyam Hitam Chayate Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tapauchate. So the four factors are there when you speak. All four factors, Shankaracharya gives in his commentary, all four factors are to be taken into consideration. It is not one, you say it is not important. No, all of them are important. What are they? Anudvekakaram Vakyam. First one, that when you speak, you see that your words should not disturb the other person. Number one. And if you think it is going to disturb, keep quiet. See, most of the time, there is no need to speak. So, and also make a vow that I speak only when that person is listening to me. Then also you don't have to speak because most of the time people won't listen. See, if they make announcement here, how many people listen? And after all the announcement is over, somebody will come and ask, somebody tomorrow what time? That is what announcement. Flyer also says, they announce also every day, but nobody listens. So the same thing, you are talking to somebody, that man is thinking about something else. He doesn't listen to you. Then 2 hours you may speak, but nothing goes. So make a vow that I will speak only when that person is listening. Then you will see you don't have to speak. Have you seen our children growing up, 1-year-old, 1.5-year-old child? He cannot speak, but he will make the whole household run with that's all he speaks. So, Anudvekakaram Vakyam, when you speak, see that that person doesn't get hurt. Because this walk is like a terrible, more powerful than even sword. It is because once it is said, it is given out or come out of your mouth, you cannot take it back. However much you say sorry and all that, it doesn't work. You may forget, but the other person will not forget. That's why one person, 20 years ago, his friend told him, you are a fool. So he did not forget that. So 20 years later, he met him and he doesn't speak to him. So what happened? Why are you not talking to him? He said, 20 years ago, you remember? Why? You told me you are a fool. Ah, 20 years ago I told you are a fool. Yes. Still you remember that? Yes. That means I reconfirm that. So walk has got this effect. Anudvegakaram vakyam, satyam. And whenever you speak, try to see it is truth. Maximum possible. Because sometimes people like to tell a little lie, harmless lie, to get away with it. So harmless lie also is a lie. So satyam, verify the fact, and if it is true, because all these WhatsApp messages you get, immediately what is the tendency? Forward. And whether it is satyam or true, don't look at it. So first find out whether it is true or not, and then if it is necessary, it is helpful to that person, then only forward. Otherwise, don't blindly forward. They unnecessarily create disturbance in the mind of other people. And all those political, messages you get, my God, what all the garbage comes to us in this WhatsApp field. You have no idea. And you read it, you get disturbed. And then there is a curiosity also. When the message comes, you have to go through it. So that is another thing. Now, satyam, priyam, it should be pleasing to that person. And you hear, even if it is a very difficult message you have to convey, see that it is pleasant to that person. Priyam, hitam, and beneficial to that person also. So, for example, Ramayana, you see, Bhagavan Ramchandra was asked to go to forest, and this news he has to break to his mother, Kausalyaji. So how did he say? So these are all examples, very beautiful. Pita Deenu Muhe Kanana Raju. He said, Father has given me the kingdom of forest. Look at that. He did not say he was vanished to the forest. He could have said that. But then it is really that is the thing. But he did not say how he looked at it. So this is the greatness. So this is called culture. Now this culture is what we have to develop. This conversion has to take place. That's why this our Prabhupada says, by chanting your name, by singing your glory, I purify my tongue. So, Vani Shuddhi ke liye. So, Parayanam, etc., you may think it is all, religious activity. And some people, they think I don't believe in all these things, they're all jumbo. No, if you chant regularly, this is the benefit. Your Vani Shuddhi comes. Purity of tongue, and which is very necessary for communication to people, because proper communication is very important for surviving in this world. So therefore, Vani Shuddhi, he says, Guna Kathana Punyena, through the merit from praising thy glories, Mama Etam Vani. Mama, my Etam, this Vani, speech, Punami shall purify. Punami, purify. Iti, thus motive. Iti, this motive. Asmin arthe, in composing this hymn, Mama Buddhi, mind vyavasita. So, with this aim in view, with this intention in my mind, I am determined to praise you. Whether you like it or not, I am going to do it. Now, when the third verse is completed, Bhagavan was very much pleased. So, this is called, when you sing for the Lord, when you sing for a performance, it is different. But when you sing for a Lord, it is totally different. That's why in the Gopika Gita also, before Gopika Gita started, Suka is telling Parikshit Maharaj, all these Gopikas, yeah, when Bhagavan disappeared, Bhagavan started dancing with them, and afterwards suddenly all of them thought that Lord of the universe is dancing with us, so we are great. That particular ego came. At that time Bhagavan disappeared. When Bhagavan disappeared, they started crying. And that was described in Bhagavatam very beautifully. He says, Sugamarshi says, Rurudu Suswaram Rajan. Suswaram Rajan. How can they cry melodiously? So Rajan, these Gopikas cried melodiously. Now the commentators, they say, usually say, when you cry for Lord, it is melodious. It is you cry for people, yeah, husband, wife, children, etc. It is apaswaram. So the same way, there is a story, Hansan was a great singer. And when he was in the court, he, sang a beautiful raga. And Akbar was a great devotee of music. So when he heard that raga, which is rendered so beautifully by Tansan, he applauded him, praised him, wow, wow, such a great, we never sang this before, and this is very beautiful. Tansan said, Huzur, this is nothing. You must listen this raga from my guru. And immediately Bhagavad said, bring him here. He said, he will not come here. Like Akbar time, Tulsidaji was there. He did not. He was invited, but he did not go. So, he won't go. Then what is to be done? He said, we have to go there. But when a king goes, all paraphernalia will be there, soldiers and all that. He had nothing doing. You come alone and you tell, you dress as though you are my Shishya. Because then only I can introduce you to my Guru. So they went, and then you cannot straight away go and ask him, you sing. No, he will not. Then he was in Vrindavan. And he said early morning, 3:30, he will get up, he will go to the temple, and he will do this alaparam. Please, my Lord. He is the Lord. And Akbar was very curious, so he also got up 3:30, and then behind the walls they sat down, and he could see Guru coming and sitting in front of Lord Krishna and singing this raga. And when Akbar heard this, he went into Samadhi. Such a beautiful rendering. And then after the whole thing is over, Akbar said, Tansan, what you said is true, what? You are useless. But you are his Shishya. How come your rendering is so bad and his is so great? Yeah, it is a bad name for your Guru also. And Tansan said, so the problem is, I am singing for you and he is singing for the Lord. When I sing for you, I am looking at you, your reaction, whether you are appreciating or not, whether the crowd is applauding or not. These are the things going on in my mind. not in the raga or the, I'm not lost in the songs, but I'm thinking all this. But whereas my Guru, he is lost in the raga, he is singing for the Lord, that is why it is so beautiful. So this is what we have to understand. When you sing the glory of Lord, we should get lost in that glory, and it will purify not only your walk, but it will purify your mind also. Amen.
तवैश्वर्यं यत्तत् जगदुदयरक्षाकरयत् त्रयीवस्तु व्यस्तं त्रिसृषु गुणभिन्नासु तनुषु अभव्यानामस्मिन् वरकरमणीयामरमणि विहन्तुं व्याक्रोशी विदधत इहैके जडधियः
Jadadiya, dull-witted people. Oh Varada, Varada means giver of boons. Trayi vastu. Trayi vastu described in the three Vedas. Now it is believed that beginning it was only three Vedas, then afterward Atharvana Veda was added. That is one explanation. But our Gurudev gives a different explanation. Vedas are written in three different styles. One is a prose order, another is verses with meter, etc. The third one is songs, like Samaveda is musical. So these are the three styles in which the Vedas are there. Therefore it is said three Vedas. Jagad Udaya Raksha Pralaya Krita. Now, Pushpadanda says, when you look at the world, for a devotee, there is no doubt there is a Lord who is behind. Why? Because sun is rising yonder. Now this is given in Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter. Arjuna's stuti is there. Sthane Rishikesha. So there it is said that sthane means it's proper. It is proper that everybody adore you. Why? Because you see the sun is rising yonder, and here in the pond there is a lotus opening. And if you see the birds come chirruping early morning, they come out of their cage or wherever they are, and this life itself, if you look at this, become activated. And if you are all here in America, you can see the season changes. And when the fall and winter comes, all the trees, what happens? They go into what we call that, the hibernation. Then the moment the winter is over, summer comes, 1 week time, the entire tree becomes blossom. How beautiful it is to walk. Think about it, how it is happening. The 15th chapter also Bhagavan said that Gam Avishya Bhutani Dharayam Beham Mujasa Mushnani Jamsani Sarva Somo Bhutvarasapudha. I myself as sun fertilize the land. I myself as food give food value to the vegetable kingdom. And that vegetable that you eat after cooking, I myself digest for you. So Bhagavan is doing everything for us. And in fact, whatever that is vital, important in our life, He has taken charge. The heart pumping, Bhagavan has taken charge. So everything in the creation, there is a purpose. Nothing is redundant. I was thinking once upon a time, I should give a suggestion to Lord. When I meet Him, I will give Him a suggestion. I felt that, the face, there's a lot too much crowd there. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth and 2 nostrils. And also I thought better design will be, the nose should be upward, not downward. Because when somebody sneezes, it will go up only, it doesn't spread around. So I thought it was a good suggestion. And then I went to somebody's house and they offered me a cup of something. Now, you want to know what it is, you have to smell it. Suppose my desire, the nose is up, what would be the condition? The cup has to come down. So I realized that sometimes people give, they say it is tea, but it is not tea, it's like coffee. So you have to make sure what you are drinking, you have to smell it. So it was properly, even that nose downward, it is also well designed. You cannot improve anything. Anything artificial we do, we will be in trouble. But everything that Bhagavan has provided, when you look at this, a devotee doesn't have a problem that there is God. But people who think they are intellectuals, they have problems. That is what is meant. He was told by the three Vedas, in refutation of thy divinity, which is described by the three Vedas, which creates, Bhagavan is the one who creates Jagat, Udaya, Raksha, Pralaya Krita. Udaya means creation, Raksha means protection, and Pralaya Krita means dissolution. The preserver, destroyer of creator, destroyer of the world. Guna Bhinnasu, according to different qualities. Now this creation theory is there in every religion. Okay. But then, if you really analyze the creation theory, there are so many problems are there. Science has not come to any conclusion about, they have been searching for the source of creation for a long time, but they have not come to that point. Every religion has got their own theory. God in the heaven created the world. God sitting in the heaven created the world. Your son will ask you. So he sat in the heaven and then created the world. Who created the heaven? And he said, he created the heaven, then sitting where he created the heaven? Hell. Then who created hell for Bhagavan? So this goes on, he will not have an answer. So there are so many problems with the creation theory. So these people question this. The intellect's nature is to question. So that is what he said. This creation, sustenance and dissolution, they are in charge. There are three, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahmaji is in charge for creation and he represents Rajas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, three qualities are there. Three qualities means we are all consist of these three qualities. See, morning getting up, you are in a sattvic mood. You want to do something nice. After breakfast, you are in a rajasic mood. Shopping jayenge. Or something else. Active. Then after dinner, don't tell me anything tomorrow. Tamas. So all these three moods are there in all of us. So these three is represented by Brahmaji is Rajas and Sattva is Mahavishnu, who is maintenance in charge, and the solution is Bhagwan Shivji. He represents Tamas. Shivji is not Tamas, but he represents Tamas. Okay? Otherwise he is Tamas also. And this Brahmaji creator has no problem. He creates, in order to create what is necessary, knowledge. So he married Saraswati, goddess of knowledge. And maintenance department always need money. So therefore he married Lakshmiji. Then destruction, you need power, like bulldozer, etc. So that is why Parvati. So it is all very appropriate. Now the creator has no problem, he creates and lives. But maintenance person is a problem. So that is why Vishnu Bhagavan has got so many avatars. He has to come down and settle it, fix it. Sometimes he has to put on the apron and go under the machine with the spanner and screw and fix everything. And sometimes he has to stay there and see in the workshop, stay and see the machine is working or not. And when everything is going smoothly, then he leaves. Same way, some avatars, they stay here and see everybody is following dharma, like Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, etc. But all other avatars are Avesh Avatara. There's a particular problem to be solved, so they appear and finish that and go, like Narasimha Avatara, Vamana Avatara, and our, Kurma Avatara, all those avatars. So this is what it is said here, Jagat Udaya Raksha Pralaya and Guna Bhinnasu, according to different qualities. Tisrishu, Tanushu, three bodies, that is Brahmaji, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, Viktam divided, Tava Yat, which Aishwaryam divinity, that Vihantam to refute, Eke, some Jatatiya, some tormented people question the divinity of you. Now, this Trinity also we have to understand. They are not three different gods. There is a Trinity church also. There it is the three, they are different, Father in the heaven, Son and Holy Ghost. They are three different entities. But our Trinities are not three different entities. It is one Brahman himself. When he is engaged in creation is called Brahmaji. That very same Brahman, when he is engaged in the maintenance, is called Vishnu. That very same Brahman, when he is dissolving, he is called Shiva. All the three are one and the same. It is something like you, a mother. When you are creating chapatis in the kitchen, you are Brahmaji. And the child take the, what you call, lunch box and go to the school, and along with her, you give some pocket money. Suppose you want to buy something from the canteen, you buy pocket money. That means Lakshmi, you become Lakshmi. Brahmaji means Shivji, Saraswati. And when the child makes some mistake, she comes back from school with the, what you call, C. Then under sea. And you become what? God. So all the three are you only. So Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, all the three qualities, they are in you. So too, Brahman is one truth. And himself become Brahmaji, Vishnu and Shiva. It is different. So this has to be very clear. So we also had a Trinity. You also got Trinity. Don't compromise. So Jadadiyaha means thick-headed person. Question this. How he questioned Asmin in this matter. Abhavyanam today. Abhavyanam. The inherent Ramaniyam Aramani Vyakroshi Vididate. Their words are seem to be, it's called Charvakas. So we have these in our system. There are dialectical materialists. Well, there, it's not new. The Charvakas, called materialistic philosophers, they question the very existence of Lord. So they are called atheists. They don't believe in God. Nastikas. So they say there is no God, nothing like that. These are all made by these Swamis, Dadiwalas, and you are all hooked onto it. You are all hypnotized by them. Don't believe in that. And what they say is, there is nothing called punya or papa. These are all man-made things. Punyam, papa. Now what is, according to your Shastra, what is punyam? Punyam means happiness. Papa means what? Suffering. Now, when you go and borrow money from the bank and spend, are you happy or not? Yes, that is punyam. Now, when you have to return the money, are you happy? No, that is papa. See, without our knowledge, we don't nod our head. So therefore, borrow money, don't pay back. But suppose they catch you, then you move to another place. So that the yavat jive sukham jive. As long as you live, it will happen. Ranam kritva kritam pide. So borrow money and enjoy your life. So those days they were taught that drinking ghee is called enjoyment. Now they have cholesterol and all that they say. But actually ghee is not bad. You should have some ghee in your life. ask an Ayurvedic doctor, you can take ghee. But then, ranakritva kridam pibet. But suppose ranakritva, suppose you borrow money, you will get into trouble. Punya papa will come. There must be bhutasya dehasya punarayavanam krutaha. When the body is burnt to ashes, who is going to come back? Why are you worried? It is the end of life. So this is their philosophy. So they question, Pushpadanda says, they are jadatiya, dull-witted people, thick-headed person has been in this matter. Abhavyanam, to the ignorant, Ramaniyam. Now, a person who is not educated, etc., when such thoughts are given to them, it is very pleasing to them. That is charu vakya, charvaka means charu vakya. It's very pleasing to them. But it is not Ramaniyam, it is Aramaniyam, Vekrosi. But it is not, they may be pleasing, but it is not helpful or beneficial to anybody. To Vyakrosi, these people, these opposite, that is the Charvakas, Vidatyate, they offer such advice.
Thank you.
of thoughts are there. They continue to question the very existence of God. So Kimiha Kinkayaha. Kimiha means with what desire. Khalu Sahatata. Indeed, that creator. Kimiha, with what desire? Kim Kayaha, with what body? Kim Upayaha, with what instrument? Kim Adharaha, with what support? So these are the questions people ask. And Kim Upadanaha, with what material? Tribhuvanam, three worlds, Srijati. So in our Purana, Bhagavan created 14 lokas, isn't it? 14 lokas, they 7 up and 7 down. Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Maha, Tamaha, Janaha, Satyam. Then Atala, Sutala, Talatala, Bhatala, Pata, Rasatala, Patala, 7 down. So these 14 lokas he created. Out of what material he created? The question. Where did he find material to create? So God sitting in heaven, he created the world. When you say, where did he find material? And suppose say it was there already, then you will say, who created that material? So all these problems are there. So in Vedanta also we talk about creation. But then there also, if you analyze in Mandukya Kariga, there is a Alata Shanti chapter. There, Lord Bhattacharya dismisses all theory of creation. There are 82 types of creation theories there, and all of them he dismisses, saying that it is illogical. Because then why these stories are given to us? Because at one point of time when you ask, your intellect has to get satisfied. To make your intellect satisfied, there is some story is given. Now it is something like a scientist's son. He is only a 3-year-old child and putting his thumb in the mouth and sit. He is lying down in the lap of his father, and at that time there is a thunder and rain outside, it is raining. And the child take out the thumb and ask Dad, why this rain? Tell me how this rain comes. Now the scientist father is thinking how to explain to the 3-year-old child how the rain comes. And he explained better, the sun is heating up the ocean and making the water, steam go up, and then condensation theory becomes condensed, and then because of gravitational force, it comes down and rain. That is what. And the child listened to it very nicely and take out the thumb and said, this is not what I asked. Listening to this, grandma was there. Grandma said, I'll tell you, Beta, what is that? You see, I told you last time there is a story about Indra Devata. I know that. That Indra Devata has got an elephant. He got Airavat. And that Airavat, take water from the ocean and then he says, that is called rain. But better, that is. Now, at that level of mind, you have to tell that. Afterwards, the child grow up, he will understand what is vapor, what is condensation, what is rain, etc., thunder, lightning, etc. The same way, when a mind is not developed to understand, because what is the real theory of Vedanta? The creation is not there. Now to appreciate that, it is very difficult. So, until we get to that point, this religion or scriptures have to tell you a story which satisfies you. Otherwise, in study group also, you people will be asking the same question. So, what is that? The Creation is because of vasanas. Now vasanas because of what? Karma. Now the question will be, if you are asking question, first karma, how it has come? Now in order to perform the first karma, you have to be there. A jiva has to be there. Jiva itself cannot be born without karma. And then when jiva itself is not there, how can there be karma? And you say jiva is born because of karma. Is it not a problem? You get into a vicious cycle. This karma theory, you start thinking, you will get into trouble. Then what the Vedanta says? It says, the beginners I am telling. When you come to Bhanduka, it's different. The beginners, it is said, it is a cycle. Cycle has no beginning or end. It is not a linear thing. It is not straight line. Cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. It is a cycle, they say. Then you feel satisfied. Cycle, beginning not. But if you start questioning that, you still feel no somewhere. When you go to that point, when you understand that the whole creation is not there, then you will understand the whole validity of the whole Vedanta. So this is what the Pushpadanta's mind, it is there. So people who have not understood, so when they look at the creation, they know there must be a creator. So there are the Charvakavadis, materialistic philosophers, even karma kandid. So they have this particular philosophy that you perform a ritual, the result will come. If you perform the ritual properly, the result will come, and you don't have to have a karma bala dhata. So a presiding deity to give you the result of the karma. Karma itself will give you a result. So they believe in Vedas, but they don't believe in a particular God. And then you ask them, what about the ritual? The Vedas come from where? So here we say Vedas come from Bhagavan, but they say no, it was eternal. It is there always. Then they say this world creation, what about the creation? That is also eternal. So this eternal creation, eternal karma, eternal result, and eternal heaven. These are all concepts of this karma kanda. So they don't accept a God. So this is also the Kinkaya. So with what body he created the world, where he was sitting, what material he created. So that is why our Upanishad gives beautiful answer to that. It is said that Upanishad gives that example. It is something like a spider found material in himself and create a web. The same way, Bhagavan found material in himself and he created the world out of himself. The material is he himself. And then that example also is a problem. Because then the spider makes the web and he sits in one side and waiting for the prey to fall. So like that, Bhagavan, having created the world, was happily sitting where in Vaikuntha or in heaven. And when you and I suffering, he is very happy about it. So this kind of thought will come. In his example, people find, they will stretch it and find some fault. So that is why the Upanishad itself says, Yatha Saptanavate. Like your Sapna. In your Sapna, from where did you get the material? You are sleeping, nicely snoring away in your bedroom, comfortable bedroom. You are snoring away. And what are you seeing? You are traveling. To where? Paris. Eiffel Tower, you are climbing up. And then, after going up 7th floor or whatever, And then there is a, what we call elevator. It is not working. There also, right? In dream, all these things happen. Not working. And then you start dropping down and suddenly you slip your leg and fall down. And that is the time you get up. Isn't it? When you get up, you realize you're not in your head. So, all these Eiffel Tower, Paris, the flight, all those things, the material from where did you get created? It is your own mind. The same way, Bhagavan himself, out of himself, has created this world. And that material we call it as Maya. So it's called, Bhagavan is called Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. So he is the Upadana Karanam, he is the Nimitta Karanam also. Nimitta Karanam is efficient cause, intelligent cause, and material cause also. Rugunam, 3 words, Yati, Iti cha, of this nature, Adaskaishwarye, whose divine nature is beyond the reach of reasoning. Atarka Aishwarya. So, you cannot logically conclude or understand the glory of Bhagavan. Because the equipment with which we have to understand the greatness of Lord is our intellect. Now it is a very, what you call, a contradictory thing. Because the very intellect is a product of what? Ignorance. A product of ignorance, which is intellect, is trying to appreciate what? That which is beyond intellect. So, intellect itself will work only when it is illumined by consciousness. So, that consciousness, the intellect will never be able to appreciate logically. So what is to be done? Intellect at one point has to give up. That is called surrender. In Bhakti Marga, surrender comes beginning. Bhagavan, you are the one. You take care of it. Happy. In Jnana Marga, surrender comes only last moment. Because until we try everything, we cannot find. So, real rationalization is to appreciate the limitation of ego. So this story, this incident come in Bhagavatam also. This Vidurji is asking 100 questions to Maitreya Rishi. He asked about creation. He says, you say, explain to me what is this creation. Don't tell me the God created the world. And out of sport, Leela, a Leela hai, Bhagavan ke Leela hai. Don't tell me that. Because if it is Leela, means for what? Entertainment. That means Bhagavan wants to get entertained. That means he was bored. No. How can Bhagavan get bored? And then somebody tell you, go and play. So who asked you to go and play? So all these questions are there. So don't tell me it is. Then he also says, because Vidurji was educated. So don't tell me also this is his Maya. That also don't say. Now Maitreya was cornered. He said, Maitreya gives one answer. This is called Maya. Why? You cannot explain. So Agadita Gadanapati is Maya. Inexplicable is the nature of Maya. Why? Because you cannot dismiss saying it is not there. You cannot accept it saying it is there. So this is the nature of Maya. Therefore, intellect has to appreciate this. Then Bhagavan will reveal himself. Utarkoyam Kimiha Kinkaya Sakalu Kimbayas Numanam Imadaro Dada Smiti Kugara Idija Atarkyus Chende Asyude Tui Anavasaradasto Hatadiyaha Anavasaradustaha. Though having no scope for utarkaha, argumentation, jagataha, people, mohaya, for delusion, anjit, some atadiyaha, wrong-headed person, mukharayati, makes this kind of statement. So, to fulfill what desire, having what body, with what instrument, support and material, does that Creator indeed create the three worlds? This kind of vain arguments with regard to Thee, whose divine nature is beyond the reach of intellect, makes the perverted vociferous to the delusion of mankind. Okay, we will continue this tomorrow also. What introduction is there? And story part will come. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Hari Om, everybody. Thank you, Swamiji, for another wonderful discourse for all of us. The next 5 days, Swamiji's discourse on Shiva Mahimna Stotram is going to be at the same time, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the evening. Also, Swamiji is taking Kenopanishad courses, discourse in the morning, that is same time, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. So both, if you want to fast track, as Swamiji said, we attend both his evening as well as his morning lectures. So please, I would like to see everybody here at 7:30 in the morning for attending Kenopanishad. And then we have breakfast, and then at 9:15 we have Rudrabhishekam for the next 5 days. So if you would like to sign up, as a big Gurukalji will do an Archana here from 9:15 to 10:30. If you still want to sign up, please see us in the lobby and we'll take your names down. So it is a wonderful experience to go through Rudrabhishekam. So if you take the opportunity for the next 5 days. One more call for the final Homam, that is on the final day. We have 10 to 12 spots left. If you would like to take advantage again of the big Homam that we will do, the Panchakshari Homam, please sign up. Okay, we'll only have 10 to 12 spots left as of now. So Hari Om, 7:30 in the morning for people who are attending Kenopanishad, and you can stay here with us all day. We have breakfast, lunch, and obviously dinner, and then evening again for Swamiji's discourse for Shiva Mahimna Stotram. Thank you and Hari Om.